罗曼坚那罗曼坚真前作为罗曼坚那对什三界界我龙道当去真就能跑出跟的作为喇嘛前前诺三拉头界也得是亲准南尼见就才来进度公众者作为喇嘛的见诺喇嘛不满公见诺知着去个罗那自己那所来面可望将那的见到不现的种族喇嘛今日自我见诺所龙可罗那自己这东啊真能写香港中口东那种喇嘛毗梦中能见到我有毗马那这些念的家面pom帮娘他土界女娃你的种族喇嘛一向从中见到个就的见着那这些连大手是本错了头不中间全部种族嘎达举本喇嘛见到从就也老那这些那就吃本满康都那都不念下完自己跟前之面我自然见到轮着老那这些大公伯在前就难他见他着三班足见娘没就我要生气诺个定了那这些多年年不今节上升就了结完足迹春秋满面都顺天诺的前头也那这些在当下今从我这边去过年才办足迹一点往所个么不见侬可救助那这些就光的没就嘛都难那个松桥完足迹嘎就解决求见求诺罗诺多那这些那个也吃饱上那娘头他着三班足迹集中可嘛能往前能空的也都那这些难道他公就算这个上了浪球这班足迹娘没想把高就见到能得上也那这些他这娘的自己就那么老送就也班足迹执勤他东家不见到做面头 no ne ze me to pe ter yo na long san ra da va du ji pa che tam ba san ji no le ra tu ye ne ze Besan la nyan la shon na den re so me ya va du ji ma che la je du ma chi no shi ra pa no ne ze she da zen ye ze zen ne chu jian da me zhi zhe den tong zu jie gun xin dou bo san jian jian no nong gong qiu ye ne zi xie po wo no man ga na po zhe du ji ge tong zu jie ye zhen da re no tong ji no nong zhen po ye ne zi xie do jie san la ke me zhu na jia lun ka zhong zhe ban zu jie jia mian qin zi bo qin nong qin ye xie ye ne zi xie me xie lo ye man ba san na ye re na wa jie ban zu jie sa zhi be do jian qian nong jia zi no ne zi xie tai lang san jie zhe ma da na yu ne peng gu jian an qiu zu jie bi man dong a lin bo qi no de dong ju me lo ne zi xie jia dang jia se gong ban ta da da ge yong se ko ne zi jie nga van yong tian jiang su qi no ye ye song no ne zi xie na me dian zin shi jie xian na gang zhong lang de qie ne zi jie ya se lo zhen tuen jie no zong du nin jing o ne zi xie zhe gong chen qin pa ma xin na yin ping nin ne zhe ne zi jie be ma ka jian sun jie no de dong qin e sa ye ne zi xie dong ai xi nga re zhe ne bang te nin zi xie ban zu jie de nian yang zhong lin bo qi no si ji niang ni ye ne zi xie me gu nan ma ju la jin ne do zhi tu niang jie ban zu jie真心造月了嘛，见那节奏的今年那这些，让人去个让人家呢，在街上见着帮助金。ye ma dan de sim jin le nge de do jian do me tu ne ko wa yu ren da Lama chino tuji nyarda zaminjo tene jevara senje tamjo tuzam metse tonzen kentume tsende save todo Donchi torba drabla lelet Navalene latoloja Lama chinu tuji nyardat Meletunde drabara sinja Mashe soten lupa chijam Tata chiji nintu paran Raya nyurva nidan chegut Yura dura sipe nira Lama chinu tuji nyarda Lame lona thawara sinje Nindu duben zapshi sosa Sene sobe norze yinje Jibe lujan shordo ponet Namshi pado tormen kova Lama chinu tuji nyarda Jijagumi toba sinje Jebe meba nakundune Leje loma tragu jamne Medo shinje poni dekje Joka mindo donga nyongba Lama chino togi nyarda Nisayang le tawara senje Ranchung zana Gunda basin chung tenre zamya doje Yonde chung ze meja zamba Chebe mengda chumi kona Lama chino tuji nyarda Rando ngaja shevara senje Tenpong danzin gongbo konda Samse tamje nyemang pirve Sess1 tamje megende tarbe sojong masen Lama chinu tuji nyarda Nanzen zene chubara senje Teme zana gata mega Tenge zana zube kocha Nyamtan tongyang hingi seme Jiyu sungdu semne dube Lama chinu tuji nyarda Semjo chudan ripara senje Korwa nyimba la nyimba Serda tindung lenge Kogu tsayang gugu sesen Meden jume chuje ransen Lama chinu togi nyadat Sende loi tongwa sinje Lesen donga chama mezo Dola Matanind Jumre Luming Som Tongyin Gawa Madu De Yola Lama Chino Tujin Lela Yechi Jewa Sinji Jala Donsen Nila Chashin Landa Nela Tomomana Chubin Chute Semo Niwa Chume Chute Angbo Sarji Lama Chino Tujin Yurda Nyama Dro Chomba Senji Seni Tino Yanda Chube Nanda Ransen Chodam Mandri Durdo Yinda Nyama Kona Yindan Teze Chube Chanda Nama Chino Tuji Nyada Ranjo Rangan Tho Sinja Ranchung Mi Ba Rangi Mato Chube Zozan Chimi Nato Nyama Mege Lela Shoje Gelo Yang Jija Yang Lama Chino Tuji Nyarda Ranchung Rangan Tongwa Sinje Share Sojong Chala Papa Nyere Lungjin Ranju Sess1 Nama Tinjin Maguranje Chela Tsedong Tanang Chichong Lama Chino Tukjin Nyarda Maguranju Tawara Sinje Jamro Semji Sonde Sena Magu Ninji Tene Maji Chetan Wanju Chuju Gibjon Selo Tamne Juto Maka Lama Chino Tuji Nyarda Jibze Chusun Dova Sinje Dade Dule Donga Tamje Yimpin Simje Sanje Drupsa Simcho Jijin Randu Poso Yimpin Taji Yino Shola Lama Chino Tuji Nyada Dajin Jiva Nubar Sinje Sanje Nguna Lama Mara Damza Tumbe Kadin Gange Randu Mazon Sena Yeje Zechu Nana Tetson Lod Nama Chino Tuji Nyarda Magu Drimin Pava Sinje Ransin Sanje Yinjang Oma Namdo Chuka Yinjang Tuma Machu Nyuma Yinjang Joma Rava Nilo Yinjang Yima Sinju Yongin Chiwa Nine Chima Pengi Tamchu Turjin Druma Dengi Linde Lander Turjin Gungi Tenshi Matin Yanwa Lama Chino Toje Nyada Ime Timbe Sembara Sinje Nlengi BuNima Tunda Narze Tamche Donga Jura Tongi Namje Depe Treme Tumelimu Gebjo Yema Lama Chino Tuje Nyada Chula Niru Nubara Sinja Tambo Somju Chula Meba Tama Trumde Korwa Ngisa Tarbeluto Mege Seje Tendo Nimbe Mago Dandra Lama Chino Tuje Nyada Tamchun Tara Sambara Sinje Joshi Dini Jewara Sinje Lome Lona Towara Sinje Jewa Nyungne Trembara Sinje Lela Ichi Jewara Sinje Lam Lo Borchi Sinje Rabla Tundru Nubara Sinje Kengi Lamda Lombara Sinje Nimbo Ranto Tabara Sinje Jumi Mugu Jewara Sinje Nelo Ranjan Javara Sinje Ranri Nivu Sebara Sinje Chana Yeza Chubara Sinje Seji Sanji Rabara Sinje La Sarva Disu Lama Rambo Dove Buddha Chenchin Chuje Kame Dala Resa Chile Toye Mende Para Sinje Sarva Disu Lama Rambo Dove Buddha Chenchin Chuje Kame Dolores Chile Toye Mende Para Sinjilo Sanje Chudan Sojen Chonan La Sanjo Pardo Dan Chosunje Dake Jim Sojin Besonamje Rola Penso Sanje Drupasho
All mother sentient beings, limitless space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mother sentient beings, limitless space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue.
Anje chudan tsojin chonan la sanjo bardu dane chapsun che daga jin sojin besu namje rola pensa sanjin rubar sho.
Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Nam kadang nyambe simchin tamche dewa dan deve jodan dembar churje dongha dan dongha je jodan travar churje dongha mepe dewa dan mandrava churje nyeren chadan yidan tra donyo lo ne bar churje.
May all Mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering in the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all Mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering in the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. In praise of the 12 deeds. Homage to the Buddha Shakyamuni. You I shall praise, who first awakened the mind of enlightenment, then completed the accumulations of merit and wisdom, and now in this age, through the vast sway of your actions, have become the Lord and protector of living beings. Homage to you, who having taught the gods knew the time has come to tame the human world, and descending from the god realm like a great elephant, foresaw the family of your birth and entered the womb of Maya Devi. Homage to you, Prince of the Shakyas, born after 10 months in the auspicious Lumbini Grove, where Brahma and Indra revered you, your supreme marks proving you were destined to be enlightened. Homage to you, lying among men, in all your youthful vigor, displaying your prowess in the game at Anga Magadha, where you triumph over the proud contestants, so that not one could stand as your rival. Homage to you, who comply with worldly convention and avoid all misdeed, took on a queen and courtiers, and by acting with such skillful means, so you ruled the kingdom. Homage to you, who saw that samsara is wholly fertile, renounced the life of a householder, and traveling through the sky, ordained yourself before the Vishuddha stupa. Homage to you, who intend on persevering till enlightened, for 6 years practice austerities on the banks of Narayana, and taking diligence to its ultimate perfection, attain the supreme samadhi. Homage to you, who seeking to make meaningful all your efforts made throughout beginningless time, sat unmoving in the Vajra posture beneath the Bodhi tree in Magadha, and awakened into true Buddhahood, attaining perfect enlightenment. Homage to you, who in your compassion gazed at once upon living beings, then turned the wheel of Dharma in sacred places like Varanasi, and established disciples in the 3 vehicles. Homage to you, who destroyed evil-minded opponents by defeating the 6 teachers of the Titakas, Devadatta and the rest, as well as the Maras in Varanasi. You were the mighty sage, victorious in battle. Homage to you, who performed great miracles in Shravasti, unmatched in their splendor in all the 3 realms, and through the offerings made by gods, humans, and other beings, caused the teachings to prosper and increase. Homage to you, who, to spur the lazy on the Dharma, left your body, though immortal and like a Vajra, and passed into Paranirvana in the pure abode of Kushinagara. Homage to you who, to show that you had not in reality perished, and so that beings of the future could gain merit, emanated a wealth of relics and caused their remains to be divided into 8 portions. Through the merit of briefly praising in this way the great acts of the Lord, who is master of the teachings, may the actions of all living beings come to equal to those of the Sugata himself. The Sadhana. Lord Avalokiteshvara Geloma Palmo Yesha Sangpo Dawa Shunu Peyapa Changsem Tagyal Nikupa Putendroje Gyal Sancton Drajik Kempo Tidulwa Dewa Chenpa Skola Chusanwa Shera Bumpa Gyal Serimpuche Konchuk Sampo Lama Ngwawa Changchup Senge Kenshin Nyukpopa Sonam Dar Jampal Sangpo Sangye Nyepa Mikyo Doje Konchuk Yelang Wangchuk Doje Choki Wangchuk Ngangi Wangchuk Tultu Dubye Tenpa Namgyal Karma Chagme Pema Kunga Trili Wangjuk Sherab Trakpa Tenzin Duduk Master Tenzin Tilne Karma Gedun Tenpa Rabye and all the root and lineage gurus of great kindness, I supplicate you, please grant me your blessings.
Toto Bemama Mela Bemaba Mahasamaya Satu Tam Chetana Savyata Semala Sumebada Lam Terdanya Bendraya Ranjan Jamba Nejurje Malu Senchen Gunjurje De Pongje Zenjum Zela Namalu Jibin Chinjurbe Jom Den Korjin Under His So Don Som Kundanyam Baye Emandav Jake Sarchi Deshyam Bambalana Jebderana Yososo Samsarvadan Chujin Shabbadan Jisayanam Kushin Sovaye Eva Junze Dagi Chisaba Tam Chezobe Sanjo Sengo Senchenam Jesambata Loye Sera Chedawa Chechon Tuman Tebaye Chujin Kolo Kurduso.
May the entire surface of the earth become a pure land free from stones and gravel, even like level palm, and in the nature smooth like lapis lazuli. Protector of all sentient beings without exception, deity who destroys the endless hosts of Mara, perfect knower of all things without exception, victorious one and retinue, please come to this place. As I offer you these pleasant and white lotus flowers, as big as a billion of words, with 100 petals and their pollen beds, please be seated and be comfortable. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, requesting, and beseeching, I dedicate for the complete enlightenment of all beings. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the greater and lesser vehicles and the teachings common to both according to disposition and mental capacities of sentient beings.
Namkatang Nyambe Simchin Tamchi Namchin Laname Bayan Dapa Zope Sanje Kompang Toparsa Te Chedu Tukpa Chimbe Sojong Nane Songasa Nyambe Sanjuk Todo Simche Pata Chede Sinchar Teyan Dun Tumi Najebe Domba Songane Tumi Jetuna Nine Najebe Domba Shin Chembetu Songzatang Teni Chinda Sanchok Simje Simbe Goni Nyamso Lana Nichu Domba Sutrumsa, Jersen, Darim, Pakpachin, Jiram, Lion, Namjertandre, Wanyam Solana, Sanghasa, Juji, Katop, and Domba, and other, and Jervayin. The young Hunji Jerva said, Panam, Zepe, Turkangimba. The Niranju Lashik Sojashin, Telem, Mandava, Domba, Sutrumsa, Dombashi, Tapayimbe. Jetaran Hunji, Shipa, Lason, Junze, Mena. Yang Zopa Sanje Namne Chuni de Bin Yidan Jiswa Tumba Shikba Shikbana de Bin Shikba Dubje Jatan Charana Rajomba Bando Je Yung de Yang Taba Zoshin Marik Nintok Tavu Sana Shibze Chutam Loju Je Bana Yang Taba Zopa Sanje Benna Kulo Jirwe Jerpo Tachangshi de Dane Dale Yalla Yukwa Dra Benna Dra Yola Sopan Jupana, Kanam Nupame Pana, Jokran So Yavar Torte, Japote, Songwa Jin, the Simchin Tamjela, Trapatan Tamchin, Laman Watunji, Jindon Kona, Learn Zepana, Tajan Shitava, Namkata Nyambe Simchin Tamchi, Mapjerjindo, Pindope, Tukje Chimbo, Koran Namjik, Tukpa Chimbo, Lana Mipa, Dundun Bana, Langbo Chimbo, Randun Tarsim Bana, Savase, Jindo Lolin Bana, Sepa Sepa, Lenyu Jet Japa Pangmana, Korpova, NyungNe Depa, Kompani Bana, Rangatung Jisotopa, Korvat Nele Matarva, Sepana, Tangida, Yumbale, Namba Tamche, Sepana, Sipa Kundo Jova, Yonsote, Tom Tapadu, gave Chutumbana, Yantapeka, Sipan Chungwa Tamche, Jepana, Lepan Namba Drove, Namba Tamchin Chimba, Yishingana, Lepan Namba Drove, Shirapchi, Kedaka Shipana, Ganga Jiso, Lopa, Vinshipa, Yung tin te jiso jeta lope kunong sanchuk sim na tenpa yi je rando na yawa torwa na simchin tamche je dongje seta ne kap unto langu bese na pinpar sawe seta tatok ngilik langu pa na jowar sawe seta sene rajima na ma muge mi par sawe seta shedang jumde jamba na ne mi par sawe seta Lan Sanchuk je soji chunang yung so zopar sawe serta. Lewa la na me bayang tapa zopo Sanchuk topar sawe serta. Cheketo orjin sanji nyingpe sharne. Gewan tata yangda so watang dikpa malu ambar jongwate. Gipsu sertan dikpa nam jo sere tebjin shikpa sobjong ka sarto shi songpa tar. Sobjong ke domba cheta langshin songwate tarto dake. Yang simchin tamche je dongdang penpa da zhuwa la sopa gupa te da ge sere. Du tata ne zong de jipsi sangye ma sha je pardo. Yin la je pe dongba lang na ma nyan pa chur yin do songwa je wo nyan. De ye je dun zo.
Now listen with the motivation of bodhicitta set upon supreme awakening and think, having taken the healing and purifying sojong vows of the great vehicle, I will keep them so that all sentient beings, limitless as space, may attain the state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. The observation of the 8 temporary vows of the lesser vehicle refers us to the 8 branches one day NyungNe vows. It is observed by householders. When these vows are observed while imbued with the intent of bodhicitta in accordance with the Mahayana, they become the discipline of refraining from misdeeds. In this practice, one combines the observance of the temporary vows with the generation stage practice of the deity yoga of noble Avalokiteshvara, and for this reason it becomes a yogic practice of the action tantra, kriya tantra class of the secret mantra, and a branch of the secret mantra vows. Thus, when one commits to apply one's own mind stream in the manner of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the past, and one does not transgress their ways, it's called the discipline of vowed restraints, or a vow. The following is a brief commentary on the meaningful parts of the text, one by one, beginning with, just as the previous Tathagatas, Arhats, and perfectly complete Buddhas. Since the perfectly complete Buddhas are those who have proceeded in accordance with the natural state just as it is, they are Tathagatas, thus gone ones. Because they have separated from the enemy the 4 maras, they are Arhats, 4 destroyers. And since they have completely perfected the qualities of renunciation and realization, having awakened from the deep sleep of ignorance, and having come to understand all noble phenomena, they are perfectly complete Buddhas. For example, when the heavenly steed of the wheel-turning king enters into battle with enemy, it does not so interpretly and without travail. It is willing to forsake its own life in order to protect the king. Likewise, because they show the unmistaken path to liberation and omniscience to all sentient beings, and because they are all solely devoted to the purpose of others, the Tathagatas are like a heavenly steed. Furthermore, because it is with great compassion that they carry the burden of benefiting all sentient beings as limitless as space without being asked, and since they are also demonstrate the unsurpassed meaning of the Mahayana, they are like a great elephant. Furthermore, having brought the task to completion, they did what needed to be done. Having actively sought the benefit of others, they have completed the tasks, abandoning the obscuration of karma and afflictions. They have laid down all the burdens, having achieved nirvana, the state beyond sorrow, and they reach their own goal. Due to eliminating all distorted views which prevent escape from the samsaric state and all the afflictive emotions, they have completely destroyed the bounds to existence. By demonstrating the Dharma, that is virtues in the beginning, middle, and end, the speech is utterly perfect. Having severed all ties with samsaric existence, their minds are perfectly free. And because they possess the wisdom that knows everything, the wisdom is completely liberated. This describes the qualities that arise in whomever follows the example of the Tathagatas. Thereafter, since the Tathagatas have forsaken concern from themselves in order to show others how to train in motivation of bodhicitta, it says that they act for the sake of all sentient beings. Because they temporarily establish beings in a higher birth, they benefit them. Because they ultimately establish beings in definite goodness, they liberate them. Because they have purified karmic results of stinginess, it says they eliminate famine. And because they have purified the karmic result of hatred, it says they act to heal beings from illness. Furthermore, the complete perfection of Dharma directed towards awakening accomplished by them is a path, and the definitely realized unsurpassed perfectly complete awakening accomplished by them is a result. Regarding this practice, the second Buddha, Padmasambhava of Vajrayana, had said, "It fully restores, so, and fully purifies, sojong, all negativity without exception. Since it restores virtue and completely purifies negativity, the Tathagata has called this practice of sojong. Thus, it is said that one should think, I shall take up and keep the sojong vow properly, and for the sake of all sentient beings I shall benefit them, and thereby liberate them, and so on. With this motivation, I shall take up the 8 branch vows and keep them properly and without corruption from this very moment until sunrise tomorrow. Keeping this in mind, one repeats accordingly.
Sopjana yukpe sanje dang.
Chochu sona shokpe sangye dang.
Sanchuk senpa tamchen dang.
Shangshung senpa tamche dang.
Jumden de nyami shakje jerpo dang.
Jomde de nyame shakye galpo dang.
Pakpa chine za wansuk dala gongso sor.
Pakpa chenre zi wanchu dang la gonsu sol.
Chetar hunje te binshikpa.
Deshin ningen jite tepa.
Dachon bayang dapa zokpe sanje.
Dachompa yang dapa zope sangye.
Dachan shi tawa.
Tache shitabu.
Langpo chenpo.
Langpo chenpo.
Sawa seshen.
Jawa cheshin.
Sepa sepa.
Chepa chepa.
Korporwa.
Upowa.
Dake tongji so topa.
Dagi duze sutorpa.
Sipa kundo jorwa yongso sepa.
Sipa kundo jowa yoso sepa.
Yang takpe ka.
Yang takwe ka.
Lepa namba trove thok.
Lepa nampa dowe tuk.
Lepa namba trove shirap chin te namji.
Lepa nampa dowe sherab ki ten namki.
Simchin tamche je sum tongje setang.
Semchen tamche ki dondgi chirdang.
Pimbar save setang.
Pempa chawe chidang.
Towar save setang.
Dowa chawe chidang.
Nemi bar save setang.
Ne mepa chawe chidang.
Muge mi bar save setang.
Muge nepa wa chawe chidang.
Sanchok je soje.
Yangchoki choki.
Chuna yongso zokpar save setang.
Chonam yongsa zopa chawe chidang.
Lana mi pa yang takpa.
La nimpa yapa to takpa.
Zokpe sanchok tokpar save ser.
Zokpe changchung topa chawe chir.
Sopjong in par langpa te jinde.
Songe nepa lampa te shindu.
Da BuNima shi jewe jang.
Dag nangme shigi dwe.
Tundane zongde.
Yude ne sunte.
Jipsi sangnima ma sharje pardo.
Sitse sanima bardu chi bardu.
Sopjong in par yang tapar langwar jewo.
Sojong e par yang da par lampa ji yo. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in the 10 directions, blessed Lord, peerless King of the Shakyas, and noble Lord Avalokiteshvara, please heed me. Just as the previous Tathagatas, Arhats, and perfectly complete Buddhas, who like the heavenly steed and the great elephant did what had to be done, completed the task and laid down all the burdens, reached their own goal and completely destroyed the bonds to existence, whose speech is utterly perfect, whose mind are perfectly free, and whose wisdom is completely liberated, who, for the sake of all sentient beings, in order to benefit them, liberate them, heal them from illness, and to eliminate famine, in order to fully perfect all Dharma directed toward awakening, and to realize unsurpassed, perfectly complete awakening, most definitely took up the practice of sojong. In the same way, I am called NyungNe. From now on until sunrise tomorrow, most definitely and perfectly take up the sojong vows. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in the 10 directions, blessed Lord, peerless King of the Shakyas, the noble Lord Avalokiteshvara, please heed me. Just as the previous Tathagatas, Arhats, and perfectly complete Buddhas, who like the heavenly steed and the great elephant, did what had to be done, completed the tasks, laid down all the burdens, reached their own goal, and completely destroyed the bonds to existence, whose speech is utterly perfect, whose mind are perfectly free, and whose wisdom is completely liberated, who, for the sake of all sentient beings, in order to benefit them, liberate them, heal them from illness, and to eliminate famine, in order to fully perfect all the Dharma directed towards awakening, and to realize unsurpassed, perfectly complete awakening, most definitely took up the practice of sojong. In the same way, I who am called NyungNe, from now on until sunrise tomorrow, shall most definitely and perfectly take up the sojong vows.
Yang dun chen yin la je be don ba xie sa wa chu chum je yin la je ba yu je yin la je tur yu je yin la sum nang yu ba le tang bo ran ju je ni chu don ba ni chu nam don ba ne se pa chu chum je yin la je ne don ba tham che je za wa yin ba na za wa ye xi da de de men ro wa da je他那所恰所都把习所引起这所我们就把它这引起大多认为就这情报大姐们，他那可把谁看这讲嘛人没人把他你父母你这这个对话懂得你话大姐们，确实这平常大话怎样没人把那么长把帮把他说。让那사람제用地米讲用地有把准备没去了没赚钱不？那大姐，他那个人他这么，这样引后玩是不专门那法，得也引，把有这引那这呢强帮吧引的，得嘛帮那，然就把没顿就行，强个人呢，让得这没他们这没实现啊你，这东把让玩样子呢没，那没给我就把那东把康阳送门的把那着呢，这样强当让当没到。所以拍档家话，基本相当于营养行道当早话，拉所一般是被热动他们去帮助把对应，都有个，人老说那让你懂得人把真把所谓觉得，чем那把觉得就把，对的那假设节这就让不接受了，都有的철객当这去节三把。가버 당 진진소 트레션 볼라 거와 메도 당 르모체 라 소pan 청와 르라 진바르시바 되마이 벤 아자 당 동와 라 소빵바네 진제 렉섬 섬 셈모 당 예게제 제도 르진이나 요와 당 나가 땀나 촌나와서 뽕와네 가르제 남바제 제와 대빈절 국당 등요 당 딘뱅아가 롤렌바 뽀왕 능마拉索人们不只是把那帮我这么，日子什对满一本人嘛有，并且讲不懂啊，是为恰当加速懂啊嘞，这把是为是把适当轻，听到拉索入家那龙门街，这刚来那边吃定通报，让人怕把母把大股当打这个定手，吃定钱包门都把南嘞，感受这么热什么的人生，听说经济热什么。 Bo che chik de tu pe tur yu ki yin la sum de yin la je pon de chi si sang nyen ma sha je pa de men nyam ba sung wa je wo nyam ba de ye je du zu.
The word starting with just as the previous constitutes the prayer of taking the 8 temporary vows. These 8 branches are then further divided into the 4 branches of discipline, the single branch of attentiveness, and the 3 branches of subduing discipline. The first branches are the 4 branches of discipline which restrain one's own mind from unwholesome actions. Since these are the roots of all vows, they are known as the 4 roots. They are as follows. The first is to not kill any being. Beside not killing a human being, one should not even kill a louse or its eggs, which also belong to the realm of living beings. The second root is to not steal. Besides not stealing large possessions owned by others, one should not even steal a morsel of food. The third root is to abandon non-celibate conduct. Besides not pursuing the meeting of males and females for the enjoyment of sexual intercourse, one should not even look at one another with a lustful mind. The fourth root is to not speak lies. Besides not telling a great lie, such as falsely proclaiming oneself as having high human qualities, or lying about having qualities on the bhumis and the path that one does not have, one should not even fool others jokingly while playing around. The single branch of attentiveness is to abstain from alcohol. If one does not abandon this action, one's mind will become careless. When intoxicated by alcohol, one cannot be aware of every aspect of what to do and what not to do, and one also forgets about the vows one has taken. Due to this, one engages in non-virtuous actions and is therefore unable to keep any of one's vows. For this reason, one should abandon all intoxicating food and drink, such as alcohol made from fermented grain, such as wheat or barley, or alcohol made from honey, flowers, or any other fermented substances, as well as intoxicating fruit or roots. As for the 3 branches of subduing discipline, in order to refresh the recollection of one's vows, one subdues all one's activities as a lay householder and follows after the excellent conduct of bodhisattvas. Thus one engages in subduing. First, one abandons dressing up and looking attractive, or applying sweet scents like camphor and sandalwood, which are applied with the intention to charm. Then one abandons adorning one's body with garlands of flowers, jewels, and so on. One abandons earring, bracelets, and so on, which are the 3 kinds of adornment. One abandons moving one's limbs for the sake of frolic and laughter, and one's vows to remain silent in various ways, which refers to abandoning the 3 kinds of entertainment. Dancing, singing melodiously by elevating and lowering one's voice, and playing instruments such as string instruments or flutes. Second, one abandons eating at inappropriate times and does not consume from noon until sunrise the next day any food such as grains and fruit to quell one's hunger. One may, however, drink liquids such as water and tea to quell the pangs of thirst. Third, one abandons sitting on a high and luxury seats. This means not to sit upon any seat higher than 1 cubit, or upon seats bedecked with silks and brocades, or tigers and leopard skin, which are unsuitable for ordinary people. Thus, when the 3 kinds of entertainment, including dancing, and the 3 kinds of adornment, such as garlands, are considered as one branch, these are the 3 branches of subduing discipline. Thou thinking, I shall keep these 8 branches without corruption until sunrise tomorrow, one repeats the following.
Dine sokyu mebza shen.
Dine suchu mi chashin.
Jinje noryang nong mebza.
Jinki noya lamija.
Tukbe chuja mebje jen.
Dikpe Chukyami Cheching,
Junji Tsukyam Navo,
Zunki Tsukyami Awo,
Juna Mambo Nyatimbe,
Yoni Mampo Netepe,
Changna Yongso Pamarsa,
Chani Yoso Pawacha,
Titing Shimto Mazashi,
Diten Chito Michaching,
Tebjin Tamayin Bese,
Deshidunim Ipaze,
Zetan Chengwa Tangnejin,
Didan Tawe na Danigin,
Lota Garso Pamarsa,
Luda Kaso Pawacha,
Zeta Drajon Tadone,
Jita Chachong Tatoni,
Sokyu Laso Mezipa,
Soto Laso Micheopa,
Teta Sokyu Laso Bang,
Sokchu Laso Pang,
Lami San Chung Topso,
Lame Changchung Topa Chop,
Donghan Mangtok Simchina,
Duga Matu Semchenam,
Sipen Sole Drovarisho.
Sipe Sole Doa Show. From now on, I will not kill, I will not steal the belongings of others, I will not engage in sexual activities, I will not speak false words. I will totally abstain from alcohol as it a gateway for many mistakes. I will not sit on a high luxury seats. I will not eat at inappropriate times. I will not use perfumes, jewelry, and ornaments. I will avoid entertainment such as song and dance. Just as the Arhats refrained at all times for these actions, such as taking the lives of others, so shall I avoid these actions such as taking the lives of others. May I swiftly attain unsurpassed awakening, and may sentient beings fraught with many sufferings be freed from the ocean of sleepless existence. From now on, I will not kill, I will not steal the belongings of others, I will not engage in sexual activities, I will not speak false words. I will totally abstain from alcohol as it a gateway for many mistakes. I will not sit on a high luxury seats. I will not eat at inappropriate times. I will not use perfume, jewelry, and ornaments. I will avoid entertainment such as song and dance. Just as the Arhats refrained at all times for these actions such as taking the lives of others, so shall I avoid these actions such as taking the lives of others. May I swiftly attain unsurpassed awakening, and may sentient beings fraught with many sufferings be freed from the ocean of sleepless existence. Lek so.
Tawa Chum Tenin Tarsim Basavi, Chetan Papatung, Shopper, Parota Simba, Jogan Himbo, Zongle Songa, Chumnanda, Zonde, Tusum Jarva Setan, Chumje Pumbo Tamche, Anjula Zoparsi Patang, Nunche, Chumcharveni Pa, Tamche Taparsi, Sinche, Manyamba Sipa, Payun, the Mata Demba Dimba, Nadayaji do.
In order to develop such discipline to perfection, the Dharani of the essence of the 6 paramitas of the Noble Amoghapasha Sutra mentions the numerous benefits of this Dharani, such as, by reciting this Dharani of pure discipline, the entire accumulation of ethical discipline of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 3 times will be brought to perfection within one's own mind stream, and all faults of one's previous violation of discipline will be purified, and henceforth one's discipline will not decline. Thus repeats the Dharani.
Om Amongashala.
Om Amokashila.
Sambara Sambara.
Sambara Sambara.
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Satopema Babaketa.
Satapema Bibuketa.
Bunza Dara Dara.
Buza Dara Dara.
Saminda Avalokete.
Samanta Avalokite.
Om Pe Sofa.
Om Pe Svaha.
Om Amongashala.
Om Amokashila.
Sambara Sambara.
Sambara Sambara.
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Satopema Babaketa.
Satapema Bibuketa.
Bunza Dara Dara.
Buza Dara Dara.
Saminda Avalokete.
Samanta Avalokite.
Om Pe Sofa.
Om Pe Svaha.
Om Amongashala.
Om Amokashila.
Sambara Sambara.
Sambara Sambara.
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Satopema Babaketa.
Satvapema Bibuketa.
Bunza Dara Dara.
Buza Dara Dara.
Saminda Avalokete.
Samanta Avalokite.
Om Pei Sofa.
Om Pe Svaha.
Om Mungo Shula Sambara. Sambara Sambara Bara Maha Sado Bima Baba Kunza Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Namanga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Maha Shuddha Sado Bima Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Namanga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Maha Shuddha Sado Bima Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Mungo Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahash Sadhu Bimambaba Kunza Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Kunza Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bimambaba Kunza Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Maha Sadhu Bimambaba Kunza Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Kunza Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Kunza Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Kunza Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bimambaba Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Manga Shula Sambara Sambara Bara Bara Mahashuddha Sadhu Bunda Dara Dara Sameda Valokade Hombes Tene Sanchuk Samba Sangambe Sanchuk Je Juba Jube Chen Yinin Sum Sinin Sum Das Samba Chakun Molan Tapala Tene Lam Deva Tanju Pa Deva Karpa Mambu Chozo Panze Pa Saben Molan Mesung Suchum Je Parur To Samba Yongso Zopar Sepa Molam Deye Jidunzu.
Furthermore, when the bodhisattvas of the past performed delighted actions out of love, having made fervent aspirations throughout the 3 periods of the day and 3 periods of the night, they enjoyed ease on the path. the path was applied with ease, and they completed the accumulations of many eons. Thus, one repeats the aspiration that completely perfect the paramita of discipline, which has arisen out of an aspiration of love.
첨제 수춤 진미진
Kiki tsutrim kome ching,
수춤 남발 다단딩
tsutrim napa dadan den,
롭세미베 수춤제
nose mepe tsutim ki,
수춤 파르 신조쇼
tsutrim paro ji sok shok, through flawless discipline in accordance with the rules of conduct, through perfectly pure discipline, and through discipline devoid of arrogance, may I carry the perfection of discipline to completion.
방금 폭발로 접제셨네 소정동 주하로 인용바 지바뱀이 남라 조월제 예 숨바당 좀 된다 샤르육바 감데 란동 입지 당 지변 이네 송완 숨자 짝숨자 라이어다 제세 이네 중세 냠바 남자자 자친르자 라이어다 제와 피용 바도미 바송제 대례장 셰퍼다와 주면도래 강적갈 바삼제 매차바 저와세와 망나 추제 강적 단추라 빠람 랍던 직바다 대식되는 각벌질베제 님친춘은 라빠치기바 대네대 수남친바송 시바다 띵바지베윤 보 돈바송와레 좀바송와레 다다 산제제 깔바 나팀반 탈톡버 감들 님친직도 돈바 나직송平庸切sin 대래 대양 산촉제 심제 심바 돈바平庸남카다 칩종메제 족버 산제제 공펑토반 열라 제바더 다리 값서 상하 도제 특바 라당하제 남절 사모당 대와 냠솔랑바 첸데 젠제 달동코제 제장거야 마치 주동래 문장와 사자진보 초근으로 도바 시바인베 가와곰신 대달더 개와대양 용호의 제마템나 콘토소 진가시게 진내세 빠른 줄와 인바나 개짜산 촉진분 호완대의 지든주
The glorious protector Nagarjuna said, "Grant the vows of sojong to men and women alike, so that they may obtain the pleasing bodies of the gods who act as they wish." Thus, in the past, when Lord Buddha was alive, even those who kept the one-day NyungNe vows a single time, with merely a selfish mind, were reborn in God realm of the 33. Since even those who have slightly transgressed the one-day NyungNe vows will be reborn in the God abodes of the four great kings, it is said that the benefit of taking the vows are unfathomable. Moreover, it specifically states in the Moonlap Sutra that the merit of practicing a single precept on a single day and night during an era when the holy Dharma is being destroyed and the teachings of the Sugata are coming to an end is far greater to making offerings to millions of Buddhas for inconceivable eons. Thus, it is of greater benefit to keep a single vow for a single day during the final time of the present Buddha's teachings than it would have been to keep vows for a long time during former times when the teachings flourished. Furthermore, the benefits of taking vows with a mind of bodhicitta are immeasurable like space, and will lead to the attainment of the state of complete Buddhahood. In particular, in the present context, by engaging in this practice in a relation to a deity of the secret mantra Vajrayana and the profound yogas of the Mantrayana, one will join the ranks of the Vidyadharas in this very life. And however long it may take, it will not take more than 16 lifetimes to attain the supreme siddhi of Mahamudra. Thus rejoice. However, if you do not seal such virtues in the end with dedication, they can become exhausted through various conditions such as anger. Therefore, please dedicate the roots of virtue towards great awakening by repeating the following. The Yellow Book, page 11.
sonam daya tom che banye tom nanim bejonon pom de yaga mandye balon chuvaye sipen cholen jova sho.
By this merit may I attain omniscience, having defeated the enemies of my wrongdoings. May I liberate all beings who are tossed in the ocean of samsara by the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death.
Sanje chudan sojin chona na sanjo parda na ne japsam che na ge jin sojin besona ye rola pensa sanje le pasho Sanje chudan sojin chona la sancho parda dane japsam che daga jin sojin besona jen rola pensa sanje druparsho.
In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until attaining enlightenment. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Om soba vashuddha soba dhamma soba yadha vanjana dom che domba jar domba ngale ren chin ye sanye tam che yonzo jar me kamba ye wa Nanye toji chimbo nambar sarve togana ale dave chinka ye dendo reyen sembarju tenan dunje namka ne ren chin chedan chu jin cho Bam cha do din ti de da ve chen ko de be de yang ge to ge she le wen zhe ba la ma tang to je chen ba ye me la re ye sang je sang sen je Korva chendra yopa jo Sanje tam chendu pe Kodor jenzen pe ngavani Koncho sumje tava Te lama nam la samsardu Te sum de asheba chuje Simji Achineze Namka to Chape Juji Yaze Pamelo Samsalo Janje Magu Kunda Kazo Sanje Jevalaji Toje Jinjen Dola Zeh La Samsalo Jaga Nam Ka Yin De Yen Jang Zu Gen Ja Cong Jin Dong Sa Tab Dan Xi Ran Qiu Lan An Ren de xi lo sam za lo ya ge nin ge sa chu pe me do pu da ma me te cha sha zi Sonze Pelamo Nam Jinchu.
Om Svabhava Shuddha Savadama Svabhava Shuddhoham. All phenomena become void. From within the state of emptiness, upon a precious ground appears a lovely, boundless palace, complete with all the perfect attributes, within which I vividly appear as a great compassionate one. Arising from a Buddhist God, my heart is marked with a syllable Shi. From the Shi at my heart, light rays radiate and invite the glorious Guru, who is indivisible from the great compassionate one. Surrounded by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the four families, he appears in the space in front of me and sits upon a mundis resting on a 1,000-petal lotus flower which sits upon a jewel throne. Homage to the Gurus, O embodied Buddhas, whose essence is the Vajra holder and who are the root of the three jewels. Homage and praise to the radiant Amitabha, the Dhammakaya of all the blissful ones of the three times, appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11-faced one who gazes upon all beings of the six realms. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by falsehood white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Homage and praise to the Sugatas of the five families, who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from the space-like Dhammakaya, emanate distinctly in rainbow-like forms. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate goddesses who offer flowers, incense, lamps, perfumes, food, and the like.
Om Benza Pipe Aho, Om Benza Dupe Aho, Om Benza Alokea, Om Benza Ginde Aho, Om Benza Nevedea, Om Benza Shuddha Aho. Oh, Vajra holder and others, please heed me.
Without regret I confess all transgressions of the 3 kinds of vows, which I have committed while overpowered by ignorance. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue and I supplicate you to tend the will of Dharma, holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood. I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. May all sentient beings be endowed with happiness. May they be free from all suffering. May they never be without happiness. May they abide in great equanimity.
Om Soba Vashuddha Savadana Soba Vashuddha Va Om Shunyatan Janamban Soba Vamagan Zodan Zibe Dupa Ye Chunam Tam Je Dong Ba Ju Ye Ngan Le Ma Dan Da Ve Chen Go Nya Gang We Dan Da Ran Sen Shi Ga Le Wu Chu Sem Qian Tong Se Na San De Shi Yi Be Ma Ne Sen Dong Ba Va Shem Sen Che La Yang Te Li Shak Be Dan Sha Ba Da Ve Wen Zhi Be Sob Ju San Ji San Sen Na Jin Zhang Te La Ten Ba Yi Ge Ji Ni La Pe Ma Ne Shi Dan Ji Ba Yong Ju Le Da Ni Pa Ba Jin Re Ze Kum Do Kar Bo Lan Cho Jin Jo Je Xia Ji Ca Ya Ga Ye Jiang Yong Ma De Ye De Wu Jiang Ye Ma Yong Ga Wa Te Den Wu Ma Ye Ga Xin Yong Jia Wo Nam Xie Jia Yin Te Den Cho Ya Na Guo Ne Yin Sum Qi Zi Cho Ne Yin Te Te Na Xie Ya Ne Ma Po Zu Du Din Ba Ni Jin Ban Gu Jie Nan Ba Sa Sa Wu So Ji Tang Bo Cho Ka Ta Ja Ye Ni Be Ram Chen Sun Ben Chu Jin De Ye Ben Ko Lo Zhen Ba De Yong Ji Ni Bi Pe Ma Dan Sun Be Che Lo Ye Ba Ye Da Ye Yong Sun Zhen Ba O Te La San Ne Gup Ja Da Gup Ju Zan Yin Chu Ji Ze Te Ta Dong Cha San Nyam Ji Te De Jin Ri Din Ba O No Ru Ren Qin Jin Chang Xin Ge Du Ne Ma Yong Ba Re Da Ba Be Yong Ga Ba Ga Xi Ri Ji Xiang Da Jin Yu Yong Tar Ji Ju Ben Zin Ge Bun Chuo Ju De To Ga Da We Den Re Ye Ga Bo Zi Ji Bo Da La Ne Jin Re Zi Go Da Ji Bo Jin
Shuddha Savadama Svabhava Shuddhoham Om Shunyata Jnana Vajra Svabhava Atma Koham. All phenomena that are subsumed are the perceiver and perceived become empty. From within this state, the nature of my mind appears as a white tree upon a lotus and moon disk. From it light streams forth and fulfills the purpose of sentient beings. The light then gathered back into the tree, which transforms into a golden lotus marked with a tree. From the tree, light emanates once again in the form of hooks and lassos that invite the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. They dissolve into the lotus tree and instantly transform into myself, appearing as a noble Avalokiteshvara. My body is youthful, white in color with 11 faces. The main face is white, the right face is green, and the left face is red. Above them the middle face is green, the right face is red, and the left face is white. Above them the middle face is red, the right face is white, and the left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them is a black wrathful face with 3 eyes, bare fangs, and a menacing frowning grimace. Above it is a red peaceful face with a crown protrusion, and adorned it is visible from the neck up. Of my 8 main hands, the first 2 on top are folded in prayer at my heart. Below it, the second right holds a crystal mala. The third is in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a lotus, the third holds an anointing vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. My remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each of the 1,000 hands has an eye on its palm. I am adorned with ornaments of precious gems, and I am wearing an upper garment of an antelope skin draped over my left breast. My lower garment is made from Benares. My crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and I emit rays of white light. At my heart upon a moon disk is the white letter Shri, whose light rays invite Avalokiteshvara and his retinue from the pure land of Potala.
Om Beda Dubia, Om Beda Aluga, Om Beda Gendea, Om Beda Neveda, Om Beda Shodo. Ba Namda Yegasum Jensenba Oh Layan Shilunju Bede Jinshipa Ngasunde Eda Namje Toga Yeshi Durzen Zenbaye Yam Jen Chune Danye Na Ngun Bawan Go Chayela Tendo Lube Jedo Lame Ngo Bame Tava Mejunaye Soren Junayun Tundrumni Takme Parnam Barnamze Tere Danam Jevu Jenjo Ranga Toga Peda Ishi Sembengoni Toje Chimbon Tunga Ode Toga Danze Samba Sheye Karbo Unchun Jove Jebjane Toje Chimbu Gujurba Chande Shela Temba
Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Jahum Bam Ho, we merge inseparably, and my three places become marked with the syllables Om Ahum. Again light radiates from the tree at my heart, which causes the five Tathagatas to come here. From their hearts emanate the four mothers, holding primordial wisdom nectar, which they use to bestow empowerment directly upon me. The nectar overflows and transforms into the essence of the Guru, appearing as Amitabha at my crown, Akshobhya at my forehead, Ratnasambhava beyond my right ear, Amoka Siddhi beyond my left ear, and Vairochana at the nape of my neck, as I am crowned by the lords of the five families. At my heart upon a lotus and moon is the essence of the wisdom being the great compassionate one. He is the size of a thumb joint, and at his heart is the samadhi being appearing as a white letter Shri. From it light issues forth and purifies the obscurations of all beings, and they are all transformed into the great compassionate one. The light then returns and dissolves back into the sea.
Namore Nadaya Namaya Jana Sangara Beratan Baharanjaya Tathagataya Arahade Samya Sambudaya Namasavada Dangadebe Adebe Samya Sambudebe Namaya Valuvede Sharaya Bodhisattva Adoya Manareneka Deyata Dara Dara Dere Dere Durudur Ere Toli Toli Patali Patali Kusuma Kusuma tsiddhi dola ma pa na ye tsawa. le ziddo ma pa no yeso Dea da duru 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 doli doli ba doli ba Kusame kusama vore le mele zindola ma na yeso Dea da duru 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 doli doli ba doli ba Kusame kusama vore le mele zindola ma na yeso Dea da duru 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 doli doli ba doli ba Kusame kusame vore le mele zindola ma na yeso Dea da duru 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 Kusame kusama vore le mele zindola ma na yeso Dea da duru 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 doli doli ba doli ba Kusame kusama vore le mele zindola ma na yeso Dea da duru 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 doli doli ba doli ba Kusame kusama vore le mele zindola ma na yeso Dea da duru 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 doli doli ba doli ba Kusame kusama vore le mele zindola ma na yeso Dea da duru 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 doli doli ba doli ba Kusame kusama vore le mele zindola ma ba na yeso Amane pime hore Amane pime hore Amane pime hore Amane pime hore Amani bime hore Amani bime hore Amani bime hore Amani bime Amane pime ore om soba vashuddha sovodoma soba yudava jana dobji tumba yate ngale ranyeje yage li dumye na dun dun chu na shavale ran chen le du ye ga tu ye go ye den be ran chen te dan da vi no tu be man da ji ji deva shili ranjo tu ji chenpa nambar sa amdo karpulanzo jin chu ji shar ji sa jar ka ye jan yu ma ti den wu jan ye ma yong ka wa ten te ten wu ma ye ka yin yun ju wa nam she ja jin te ten chu jar na po ne jin sum che te cho nye jin te na she ja ne mar po tu dur den ba ni jen ban gu ji nam ba sa zo yu sa je dang bo ni ta ga ta ja ye ni ve zhem chen sun ben chu jin zi ye ben ko long zhen ba ne yong ji ni be be ma da san be ji lu ye ba ye da ye yong sun zhen ba wo te la san ni gu ja da gu ju zang yin chu jian zai te dar du chu san na yin te de jin ne den ba wo nar wa ren jin jin ja yan gu du na ma yong ba ne ra da bo bi yong ga ba ga shi re jie xiang ta jin yao dou ji ju bin ren wu zi ge bu chuo wa ji dan dou chi li ba me mar bu ten zhen sa jia jin xia de hong li me jiu ba ngu bu san nong sa jia jin na ro zhong li ren jiu ne se bon chu jin sa jia jin na de om li nam na zi ge bu san chung chu ge zu san de li tun zhe ne jiang ke jia jin sa jia jin gen jia ren jin jin din xian ne sum xin be sa wu le an zhe yu xi san ba nam jin zhang ten ba
Svabhava Shuddha Savadama Svabhava Shuddhoham. All phenomena become void. From within this state, from the Sri at my heart emanates the letter broom, which travels to the space in front of me. The broom then melts and transforms into a palace of jewels, square with 4 doors. Inside is a jewel throne and a moon disk upon which is a multicolored 8-petal lotus. At its center is the Shri, which transforms into the great compassionate one, crystal clear resembling myself. My body is youthful white in color with 11 faces. His body is youthful white in color with 11 faces. The main face is white, the right face is green, and the left face is red. Above them the middle face is green, the right face is red, and the left face is white. Above them the middle face is red, the right face is white, and the left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them is a black wrathful face with 3 eyes, bare fangs, and a menacing frowning grimace. Above it is a red peaceful face with a crown protrusion, and adorned it visible from the neck up. Of his 8 main hands, the first 2 on top are folded in prayer at his heart. Below it the second right hand holds a crystal mala. The third is in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a lotus, the third holds a non-inviting vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. His remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each of the 1,000 hands has an eye on its palm. He is adorned with ornaments and precious gems, and wears an upper garment of an antelope skin draped over his left breast. The lower garment is made from Benares. The crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and he emits rays of white light. Above, a tree transforms into red Amitabha, his hands in the gesture of Samadhi. In the east, a womb transforms into blue Akshobhya, his hands in the earth-touching gesture. In the south, a tram transforms into yellow Ratna Sambhava, his right hands in the gesture of supreme giving. In the west, an Om transforms into white Vairochana in the aspect of supreme awakening. In the north, an A transforms into green Amoka Siddhi, with his hands in the gesture of granting protection. All of them are adorned with jewels, and the 3 places are marked with the 3 syllables. The light radiating from the 3 syllables invites the wisdom beings who dissolve into him. Thus we merge on dually. Homage to the Gurus who embody all Buddhas, whose essence in the Vajra holder and who are the root of 3 jewels, Homage and praise to the radiant Amitabha, the Dhammakaya of all the bliskan ones of the three times, appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11th one who gazes upon all beings of the six realms. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untouched by faults is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Homage and praise to the Sugatas of the five families, who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from the space-like Dhammakaya, emanate distinctly in rainbow-like forms. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate goddesses who offer flowers, incense, lamps, perfumes, food, and the like.
Om Banzo Shuddha Ho.
Vajra holder and others, please heed me. With heartfelt regret I confess all transgressions of the three kinds of vows, which I have committed while overpowered by the three poisons. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue and I supplicate you to attend the will of Dhamma. Holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood, I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. I visualize it as a Buddha realm and offer it. May all beings enjoy the perfect purity of this realm. Having offered this excellent and pleasing mandala, may we experience no obstacles on the path to awakening, and may we realize the enlightened mind of the Sugatas of the three times. May we neither stray into samsara nor rest in nirvana's peace. May all beings limitless as the sky is vast become liberated. Streams of primordial wisdom nectar descend from the fingers of myself, and the great compassion at one in front, filling the vase completely.
Namo Reno Toya Namaya Jana Sankaram Berotana Maharanjaya Tathagatāya Arahate Samyo Sambedaya Namasala Tathagadebe Adebe Samyo Sambedebe Namaya Valokete Shoraya Bodhisattva Mahasadoya Mahakaranakaya Deyata Daradara Dara 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 Edavata Tale Tale Pratale Pratale Kusuma Kusuma Vara Elemelate Mabana Yesoa Dhamma sarva tatanga debe ardebe samyo sambudebe namaya valokete Shoraya Bodhisattva Masadoya Mahakarunaka Tahum Dara 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 Duru 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 Atavadra Tali Tali Pratale Pratale Kusama Kusama Vare Elemella Chitta Lama Bu Nima Sova Deodum Duru 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 Dali Dali Ba Dali Ba Kasame Kusuma Vare Elemella Chitta Lama Naya Deadao Duru 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 Dali Dali Ba Dali Ba Kasame Kusuma Vare Elemella Chitta Lama Naya Yadao duru 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 dole dole ba dole ba kasame kusuma vare mele ma naisa Yadao duru 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 dole dole ba dole ba kasame kusuma vare mele ma naisa Yado duru 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 dole dole ba dole ba kusame kusuma vare mele ma naisa Yado duru 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 dole dole ba dole ba kusame kusuma vare mele ma naisa Yado duru 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 dole dole ba dole ba kusame kusame vare mele ma naisa Yado duru 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 dole dole ba dole ba kusame kusame vare mele Mapana Yesava Mane Pemehore Amane Pemehore Amane Pemehore Amane Pemehore Amane Pemehore Amane Pemehore Amane Oh, money for more, 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 money. Oh, money for more, 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 money. Oh, money for more, money for more, money for more, money for more. Oh, money for more, money for more, money for more. Oh, money for more, money for more, money for more, money for more, money for more. Oh, money for more, money for more.
Then I, the deity, wisdom, bring dissolve into them, and deity in front. Above my crown was Geloma Palma, who supplicates the noble one on my behalf.
Becha Shirena de Dojana Mapukadon Papa Chinesa Wansula Geloma Pametu Bashi Sava.
In the English language, Geloma Palma's praise to the noble Lord Avalokiteshvara.
Om Jitingu Bolasam Lan Jitin Lama Siva Sumjetup Layetu Dudon Sambutup Tepe Janjo Tepe Tepanzep Panjitin Sumjengu Bon Cholasam La Dershi Pami Kude Kunanzem Dershi Naman Tai Jinsep Sayin Chujin Da Chigonsep Sayun Siji Pime Number Jim Chijin Rabin Chuan Masan Chup Shari Jiba Da Tawin Zip Chinji Be Mancho Da Sayin Yam Kawa Tunda Nugo Chimi Dim Chime Chamade Tumben Zip Zibu Zijari Mapi Jim Pemen Toda Sanin Avarsip Tungo Dijin Doda Dijin Yun Rinchi Mamba Pumani Nejim Lomen Children Sundar Jamshin Yun Rada Papa Namayam Baka Nin Chadu Gijin Jinan Cham Chima Meba Pimen Cholane Diving Nipimi Dabdaran Jam Sirje Karan Chola Nurte Tazur Jibir Resolution Tamzin Tepe Jinjan Tojin Pararsen Chonyin Suna Mambo Nyevasap Tadu Divin Juni Ganesher Sundan Zijin Kaji Jibatun Lujin Chote Dubon Chule Jar Siji Kundu Drai Shaye Tambe Nesa Ye Banze Ngamben Jujo Lonji Tudu Ship Yangzo Nya Sayin Timbanye Min Choda Chun Chule Dur Kanye Tata Toran Laneku Jine Zijian Boye Lasen Tuben Choda Tojan Sotu Natini Jibo Nipimin Jiwa Dada Mount Jiwatan Jitin Jitin Nagabakanda Yom Jitin Gubolasam Jitin Lama Siva Sumjetup Loyutu Dudam Sambetup Tepe Janjo Tepe Tepanzep Jitin Sumjen Gumon Cholasam Dershi Pame Kude Kunanzep Dershi Naman Tai Ujinsep Sayin Chujin Yada Chigonsep Sayun Siji Pime Number Jim Chijin Rabin Chuan Masan Chup Shari Jiba Do Tawin Zip Chinji Be Mancho Do Sayin Yam Kawa Tunda Nunga Chime Dim Chime Chamade Tumben Zip Zibi Zijari Marpu Jim Pemen Toda Sanin Avarsip Tungu Jujin Doda Dijin Yun 人亲忙把不把你那金，老们吃的什么的讲些句，这大把本那么用把个，你就都归进进那枪，这么没把本们吃了呢，对我那闭门到的，世界改良掉了那这，都是这辈子相当子。特别紧张，凑近跑点身。求你说那蒙古尼瓦萨，大对对问就你个你些，顺道最近可就把顿，路进桥的都蹦出来家，司机看到这一下也红，旁边那啥也问满在，俺边住着老姐这东西。用作念所以定把念，阿弥陀佛全出来着，看一大都突然了那个，也今日自家不也老师，也对边叫他大家说的，那天你几包那不明，让几万的大忙几万谈。这天这天了那个把干着，这天个跑了山，这天了马是把生觉的，老爷子都当成别的，特别讲究特别这般的，这天心情古堡出了山，这些把米个的滚了的。这些呢，他也进是，三去接到这公司，三用手机闭门那不进，这些人本成马子人去，学里几不多文字，经济被满球都三样，考动到能够正一点，这没家没得从本子。这辈子家人没不进，本门操大三年20，中国之间都到第一军，人亲忙不骂你那进，老们吃的什么的讲些句，这大把不那么用把卡，你瞧都给进进那枪，这么没把本门出了呢。对我那闭门都当真，世界改良超了那这，都是这辈子相当子，特别紧张凑近跑点山，求你说那蒙古尼瓦萨，大对对问就那个那些，顺道最近可就把顿，路进桥的都蹦出来家。司机看到这一下也红，旁边那啥也问满在，俺们住着老姐这点些，杨早年所以定把年，阿弥陀佛全出来着，看一到都突然了那个，也今日自己不老师，也对边叫的大家说的。那天你基本你不明，让几万的大忙几万谈，这天了那个把干着，这天过不老山，这天了马是把什么的，老爷子都当长辈的，特别讲究特别这般的，这天心情我们出了山。这些把米个的困难的，这些那完他也进是，三去进一到这公司，三用手机闭门能不进，这件了本成马子去，下里几包多文字，经济被满球都怎样，可我懂得能够正一点。这没家没得从本子，这辈子家人没不进， Pemen Soda Sonin Ase, Tungo Jin Doda Denjin, Darin Chimamba Pumbanin Nejim, Lumin Chudr Sudr Jim, Orda Papa Namayum Baka, Ninchodu Gijin Jinancha, Achimame Papimen Cholane, Diving Pimen Dr. Jam, Sijikaran Chola Nuvde, Tuzu Dibir Shantanzip, Tepejin Jan Sojin Parase, Choni Suna Mambo Nyavasa, Tadu Divin Juni Ganise, Sunda Dijin Kurju Jibotum, Alujin Jode Dubon Rulejar, Sijikudu Dreshayu, Tambenesa Yimande, Angambendology to the ship, Yanzonia, Soyin Timbanya, Mito da Toledo, Kayeda the Turananeku, Yetin Ezekiabo Ilosin, Yet to Bencho the Taja Sawatu, Natini Chibo Omnipimi. Rong Chivo the Mount Chivo Tom, Jetin Lanaka Pakundram Jo.
Oh, I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the Guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Marabama, Wishkanting. King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing all bliss can. Once you crowns adorn with the Buddha boundless light, you generate stars gives to hungry. Ghosts you left sons adorn with a gold lotus, your perfume have flashes with lighting bound up. Like when gold garlands, all your face is beautiful, shining full moon and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite, you smell smelling bodies white as a snowing coat, your hopefully greeting. Pearls you are dipped in radiance like the red of dawn. You had spread like perfect lotuses. Range on a still lake, you sting like the autumn clouds. Many jewels adorn your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, you soft and tender as new leaves. Your last breath is covered by antelope. And beautified by fine rings, bracelets, anklets. You are but on a pristinely pure. Tooth on your belly, smoother than lotus petal. You sublime gold berry studded with fun. Gems from your hips, that garments of the finest silk. Supreme wisdom of the Buddha Gandhi. Young gathering was married, you reach the sublime. Lower and liberated so softly. Light you dispel legend, this is you are supreme. Among beings, victor over Maras. Old golden necks and genie beautify your feet. You for boundless that seek you beings in peace, dignified like elephant, graceful as one. Doctrines keeper all accumulations. Dan savor from the oceans of milky water. Man or woman, if you rise each day, then devote your mind with respect to Chen Rezik, and you praise him with this excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcended wishes will be fulfilled in his life and all of your future lives. Oh, I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the Guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by God's Marabama, Wishkanting. King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing all bliss can. Once you crowns adorned with the Buddha boundless light, you generate stars gives to hungry. Ghost you left sons adorned with a gold lotus, your perfume have flashes with lighting bound up. Like red gold garlands on your face is beautiful, shining full moon and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite, you smelling bodies white as a snowing coat, your holy glittering pearls, you are decked in radiance like the red of dawn, you had sped like perfect lotus Susa. Range on a still lake, you sting like the atom. Clouds, many jewels are on your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. You rest spread discovered by antelope. I'm beautified by finding its bestlets, anklets. You are bad on a pristine pure. To send your belly smoother than lotus petal. You sublime gold body started with fun. Gems from your hips, red garments of the finest silk, supreme wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering vast merit, you reach the soul. Lime lower and liberate the soul. The light you dispel age and disease, you are supreme among beings, victor over Mars. O's golden excellent NyungNe beautify your feet. You for boundless that seek you beings in peace, dignified like elephant, graceful as swan, doctrine's keeper, all accumulations. Then save her from the oceans of Milky water, man or woman, if you rise each day. Then devote your mind with respect to genre. Seek and you praise him with his excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of your holy and transcendent wishes will be fulfilled in this life and all of your future lives. Oh, my prostrate to the protector of the universe, the guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, spread by God's Marabama, wish granting. Kings of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing all wisdom. Once you crowns adorned with the Buddha boundless light, you generous as used to hungry. Ghost you left sons adorned with a gold lotus. Your perfume have flashes with lighting bound up. Like red gold garments, so your face is beauty. Full shining full moon and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite, you smelling bodies. White as a snowing coat, your hope the glittering pearls, you are decked in radiance like the red of dawn. You had sped like perfect lotus Susa. Range on a still lake, you sting like the atom. Clouds, many jewels are on your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. You rest spread discovered by antelope. Eyed, beautified by funny with the sleds and clad, you are bound on a pristine pure. To send your belly smoother than lotus petal, you sublime gold body studded with fun. Gems from your hips, red garments of the finest silk, supreme wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering vast merit, you reach the sublime lower and liberate the source of the light. You dispel age and disease, you are supreme among beings, victor over Mars. Oh, it's golden nectar and NyungNe beautify your feet. You for boundless that seek you beings in peace, dignified like elephant, graceful as swan, doctor's keeper, all accumulations. Then save her from the oceans of Milky water, man or woman, if you rise each day. Then devote your mind with respect to Chenrezik, and you praise him with his excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcendent wishes will be fulfilled in his life and all of your future lives.
Om Bema Sado Samaya Mana Bolaya Sado Dinamba Didobe Sudukayo Memba Sujayo Memba Narado Memba Zawasade Majaza Sawakamas Sadajiran Kuro Hong Ha 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 Ho Bangave Sadadang Pima mame meda pima bama samaya sodo. Ai temba tenze yore neba. Ta do su ru na san chu sem jiang xian. Xie la song zhe den zhen rab tu. Ne kun qin xi ra. Do bar sen je lo.
Oh, please grant your blessing that the teachings and the orders of the teachings will remain for a long time, and that myself and all sentient beings may train in bodhicitta. Grant your blessing that we may fully attain the union of shamatha and vipassana, and that we perfectly realize omniscient wisdom.
Om soba ma shuddha soba soba ma shuddha om aho ka do zhu nu ba nan ban so den be don man de ba ba jin le ze wang dong jar wa se je nam lam ba.
This Toma endowed with perfect color, other taste and potency, I offer to the noble Lord of Avalokiteshvara, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Om akar mokha sova dharmana ade dubena doda om ahom bhesova om akar mokha sarvadu ade dubena doda om ahom bhesova om lokeshore sapare vara edam balenda kaka kaeka Om Lokeshwara Sapare Vara Edam Balenda Kaka Kaeka Om Lokeshwara Sapare Vara Edam Balenda Kaka Kaeka Chen Che Tan Tam Je Re Zan Lo Sa Najar Me Padang Nian jie qie xian lama la ge den jin re zi jie dang ci lang ne xiu san qiu sen ne ren bo jie ma jie ba nan jie 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 ba nian ba me ba nian gong ne gong de
In this and all my future lives, may I be born in a good family, and may I be endowed with clear intellect free from pride, and may I have great compassion and devotion to the Guru. May my samaya with generous remain firm. May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. May it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Yun je chu sor we do we de ni de ma rab sa ne de dar ko sa ni be ro shi sho.
By offering a bath with scented streams of nectar to the protector of Avalokiteshvara, a lamp for wandering beings, may all defilements and the two kinds of obscurations of all beings be completely purified, and may there be the auspiciousness for all beings to achieve the stainless three kayas.
Sandra Chonso Zupaso.
I request you to forgive my lack of clarity in meditation, corrupted mantra recitations, and impure activities regarding cleanliness, all of which I have committed while controlled by lethargy and agitation.
Om Bema Soto Somaya Mana Bolaya Bema Soto Dinova. Anurodu me baba soa sede me baya daso karma sutta me tadam hiran kuro hong ha 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 ho ba savada tanga da pema mama da pema ba ma samaya sado va o mane peme ho danje nong kam pa pa yo ye ge choma sun je Ane pape de ye chuze jepsam tajerje la yang je vertan barju. In the space before me is exalted noble one who was born from the 6 syllables. He bathes me with the nectar that flows from his fingers, which purify the 3 obscurations. The deity then dissolves into my crown. Dedication from Shantideva, the way of the Bodhisattvas. By all the virtues now I have now amassed, by composition of this book which speaks of entry to the Bodhisattva way, may every being tread the path to Buddhahood. May beings everywhere who suffer torment in their minds and bodies have, by virtue of my merit, joy and happiness in boundless measure. As long as they may linger in samsara, may their present joy know no decline, and may the taste of unsurpassed beatitude in constant and unbroken continuity. Throughout the spheres and reaches of the world, in hellish states wherever they may be, may beings fettered there, tormented, taste the bliss and peace of Sukhavati. May those scorched in the freezing ice be warmed, and from massing clouds of Bodhisattvas' prayers may torrent rain in boundless streams to cool those burning in infernal fire. May forests where the leaves are blades and swords become sweet groves and pleasant woodland glades, and may the trees of miraculous appear, supplanting those upon the hill of Shalmali. And may the very pits of hell be sweet with fragrant pools, all perfumed with the scent of lotuses, be lovely with the cries of swan and goose, and waterfowl so pleasing to the ear. May fiery coals turn into heaps of jewels, the burning ground becomes a crystal floor, the crushing hills celestial abodes, adorned with offerings, the dwelling place of Buddhas. May the hail of lava, fiery stones and weapons henceforth become a rain of blossoms. And may those whose hell is to fight and wound be turned to lovers offering the flowers. And those engulfed in fiery Vaitarani, their flesh destroyed, the bones bleached white as Kunta flowers, may they, through all my merit strength, have godlike forms, and sport with goddesses in Mandakini's piece of streams. What fear is it, they ask, that grips the henchmen of the deadly Lord, their frightful vulture and the carrion crows? What noble strength is it that brings us joy and drives away our dreadful night? And looking skyward they will see the shining form of Rajapani, then may their sins be quenched in joy, and may they go to him. And when they see the seething lava flood of hell extinguished in a rain of blossoms, drenched in scented water, at once fulfilled in bliss, they ask, how can this be? And thus the dead senses of hell will see the one who holds the lotus. Friends, throw away your fears and quickly gather here, for who is it who comes to banish dread, this youth with bound-up gleaming hair, this loving bodhisattva,
saving and protecting every being, whose power relieves all pain, increasing joy. Do you see the splendor of his house that echoes praises of 1,000 goddesses, the 100 gods who lay their diadems before his lotus feet, the rain of flowers falling on his head, his eyes moist with compassion? Thus may those in hell cry out on seeing Manjughosha. And likewise, when through these my roots of virtue they see the joyful clouds let fall their cooling scented rain, their obscurations cleansed by bodhisattvas like Samantabhadra, may all those languishing in hell come now to perfect happiness. And may the stooping animals be freed from fear of being preyed upon each other's food. And may the famished spirits have such joy as those who dwell within the northern continent. And may they be replete and satisfied by streams of milk that pour from noble Lord Avalokita's hand, and bathing in it, may they be refreshed and cool. And may the blind receive the sight, and may the deaf begin to hear, and woman neither time bring forth like Maya Devi free from any pain. And may the naked now be clothed, and all the hungry eat their fill, and may those parched with thirst receive pure waters and delicious drink. May the poor and destitute find wealth, the haggard and the careworn joy. May confidence relieve those in despair and bring them steadfastness and every excellence. May every being ailing with disease be freed at once from every malady, and from the sickness may all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. May those who go in dread have no more fear, may captives be unchained and now set free, and may the weak receive their strength, may living beings help each other in kindness. May travelers upon the road find happiness no matter where they go, and may they gain without the need of toil the goals on which they set their hearts. May those who put to sea in boat or ship attain the ports that they desire, and may they safely come to shore in swift reunion with the kith and kin. May those who lose their way and stray in misery find fellow travelers, and safe from the threat of thieves and savage beasts, be tireless and the journey light. May children and the old, the weak, protectless, bewildered in the wild and pathless waste, and those whose mind are dull and all are insane have pure celestial beings as their guardians. May all attain the human state and be possessed of wisdom, faith, and love. With perfect livelihood and sustenance, may they have mindfulness throughout their lives. May everyone have unrestricted wealth just like the treasury of space, enjoying it according to their wish, without a trace of harm or enmity. May beings destitute of splendor become magnificent and bright, and those worn down by toil or drudgery acquire great beauty and perfection. May all the women in this world attain the strength of Tara, and may the lowly come to excellence, the proud and haughty lose their arrogance. And thus by all the merit I have gained, may every being, leaving none aside, abandon all the evil ways, embracing goodness now and evermore. From bodhicitta may they never separate, and constantly engage in bodhisattva deeds, and may they be accepted as disciples by the Buddhas and turn aside from what is Mara's work. And may these beings, each and every one, enjoy an unsurpassed longevity, living always in contentment. May the very name of death be strange to them. On every side, in all the 10 directions, may groves of wish-fulfilling trees abound, resounding with the sweetness of the teachings spoken by the Buddhas and the Bodhisattva children. And may the earth be wholesome everywhere, free from boulders, cliffs, and chasms, flat and even like a level palm, and smooth like lapis lazuli. And for many circles of disciples, may a multitude of bodhisattvas rise in every land, adorning them with every excellence. From bird song and the signing of the trees, from shafts of light and from the sky itself, may living beings, each and every one, perceive the constant sound of Dharma. May they come into the presence of the Buddhas and meet with the Bodhisattvas, offsprings of the same, with clouds of offerings unbounded, May the teachers of the world be worshipped. May kindly spirits bring the rains of time for harvest to be rich and plentiful. May princes rule according to the truth, and may the world be blessed with all prosperity. May medicines be strong and full of virtue. May healing spells be chanted with success. May spirits of the air that feed on flesh be kind, their minds imbued with pity. And let no being ever suffer pain. Let them neither ail nor languish, never doing evil. May they have no fear nor suffer insult, and may the minds be ever free from sorrow. In monasteries, temples, and the like, may reading and reciting widely flourish. May harmony prevail among the Sangha, and may its purpose be all fulfilled. May ordained monks intent upon the practice find perfect places for retreat in solitude. Abandon every vagrant thought and meditate with trained and serviceable minds. May nuns have all the wants supplied. May quarreling vindictiveness be strange to them. Let all who have embraced monastic life uphold a pure and unimpaired observance. May they feel regret when discipline is broken, and always may they strive to cleanse away their faults. May they thus obtain a fortunate rebirth wherein to undertake unfailing discipline. May the wise and learned be revered and always be sustained by offerings. With minds suffused with purity, may their renown spread far and wide. May beings never languish in the lower realms. May pain and hardship be unknown to them. Enjoying more than godlike strength and beauty, may Buddhahood for them be swiftly gained. Again and yet again, may sentient beings make offerings to all the Buddhas, and with Buddha's unimagined bliss, may they enjoy undimmed and constant happiness. May all the Bodhisattvas now fulfill the high intention for the sake of beings, and sentient beings likewise now receive the good the Buddhas have in store for them. And may the Arahats and Paryataka Buddhas at length attain the perfect happiness. And may I also, through Manjushi's kindness, reach the ground of perfect joy, and throughout the stream of all my lives embrace monastic ordination. Thus may I abide sustained by simple ordinary fare, and in every life obtain a dwelling place in perfect solitude. Whenever I desire to gaze on him, or to put to him the slightest question, may I behold the unobstructed vision of Manju Gosha, my protector. To satisfy the needs of beings dwelling in the 10 directions to the margins of the sky, may I reflect in every deed the perfect exploits of Manjushri. And now, as long as space endures, as long as there are beings to be found, may I continue likewise to remain to drive away the sorrows of the world. The pains and sorrows of all wandering beings, may they ripen wholly on myself, and may the virtuous company of bodhisattvas bring about the happiness of beings. May the doctrine, only remedy for suffering, the source of every bliss and happiness, be nurtured and upheld with reverence, and through a vast continuance of time endure. And now to Manju Gosha I prostrate, whose kindness is the wellsprings of my good intent, and to my virtuous friends I also bow, whose inspiration gave me strength to grow.
Tom Jin Jin Bala Sam Zalon Tar Sanje Jom Dende Tene Te Jin She Ba Ra Jom Ba Yang Da Ba Zo Be San Ri Ba Dan Shab Su Den Ba De War Shi Ban Jik Din Jin Wa Kalu Wa La Na Mi La Tam Nam Je Tun Ba Jom Den De So Te Ne Te Yin Shi Ba Te Da Ne Sun Nam Da Ge Jun Tun Give Zawa Nam Chu Me Zawa Zubata Kerab de Jim Son Nam Je Ter Nam Je Je Bebji Zangbo Nam Je Te Se Nam Je Me To Je Pa Chu Yo Re Pan Tum Thông Nam Mem Tum Pa Me Pa Te Pe Mu Pa Nam Bhagava Shirab Serja Manu Top Nam La Zewa Me Pa Sim Chin Tam Che Je Tun Ba San Cho Sen Ba Nam Je Ya Pak Ba Kanza Nam Je Jar NyungNe Len De Pe Chon Che Ton Ro Wa Nam Je Te Hi shi pa de me pa po pa sam je me cha pa song nam bar ta yang yin pa ku se ta wen cho me shi pa ku song pa me tu pa ta ki ma gu pa zok ta ki nye war ma gu zok me pa ta ta man de Dong na ta le nam pa cho wa phung bo na rab de cho wa khe nam ta ke dem na ya jin xi nam dam ba du pa nam xin de jie yong su dong wa ta le nam pa cho si pa le cho wa cho wo le gar wa yi xi yong su zo de pa tam ma zong pa tar ta tar song san je chom din de nam je yi xi la ne NyungNe la ne pa la men ne yang ta pa ni jian ta la ne pa sim chin tam che la zik sa la yu pa de da ne san ji chom din che yong tin yang ta pa nam so te me tam be chu ne to mar ge par de ge wa ta mar ge Dong zang bo chen zhe zang bo man de pa yong so zo yong so ta pa yong so sang yom den de je chu le par song ba yang ta pan thong wa ne mi du che pa me pa ye war tun ba dan thong wa la dong yu he pa nam je so so rang ge re pa sa chom den de je sung be chun dro wa la lek par tun ba yin par yong Dục về sang chok tuần ro a se pa mem thun pa me chen du pa thang tin pa yu pa jo che pa wo thek pa chen bu gen du ne lek par sho pa rik par sho Trong pur sho pa thun pur sho pa tham mo jar ve u su Sa sa ve u su chur pa so nam je par je shen yong yong so jong wa chen po jum pe ne so chur kun de yang jin be ne so chur chen po wo san je yong tin san me chap tam be chu jang san me chap pak pe gen du san me chap Samme chabla te zene nam para min bang samme chab nam da shin du che war sho om gur ben zan ne ve te a ho om sarva buddha bodhi saton bayo ben zan ne ve te a ho Om Karma Deva Mandala Banza Nevede Ahu Om Shri Dharma Pala Banza Nevede Ahu O Hare Te Sowa, O Hare Te Mahabeza Yachana Hara Har Sarva Pamba Malcham Sowa, O Atra Penda Ashibi Sowa. Tumbala me sanjirembo, Jobala me tanjirembo, Rembala me gwendurembo, Jonne kuncho samla chubombo.
To the precious Buddha, unsurpassed teacher, to the precious sacred Dharma, unsurpassed refuge, to the precious Sangha, unsurpassed guide, we make offering to the three rare and supreme objects of refuge.
We will return at 1 p.m. Arizona time.